I miss my, you know what I mean, the food, the family, the friends, you know, the close
food as
friends.
well. You put food
The
before
food,
family.
no, of course. That's so important. You imagine that. When I started playing in Ivory Coast, it was amazing, full of great memory. Because as you're saying, you know, sometimes people don't price the love enough. Those young lads coming back down from Africa just to Europe, because you know, and Efan and you Gabi knows how it's tough. You know what I mean, to make this journey. Especially, you don't have to be especially talented. You have to have all. You know, luck, talent, good, surrounded by good people as well, or people willing to open you and opportunity as well.
To be focused as well.
Focus as well, you know, because you know how many children there back down there want to come to Europe. Millions, but maybe few of them is gonna make through, you know. And it's not so easier, to be honest. That's why I always say when I'm back down with the 16 academy, I tell them, listen, guys, the luck you go on here is, you can't imagine how huge and big is it. Imagine for South American kids, African kids, or kids are abroad in Europe, you know what I mean? Don't have a structure, don't have all the attributes you have it, like you know what I mean, footballs, like stadium or maybe field. In Africa, we don't get that. We just walk on the street, you know what I mean? And they'll go all this facility, you know what I mean? Those things, the football, for example. Imagine my time when I was there, maybe go 10 balls. With the 16, maybe like 15, 20 balls, you know what I mean? They can throw the ball away. After that, we're going to get a new one. In Africa, we have 20 or 21 individual, we have maybe 2 balls.
Yeah, for the whole season.
You know what I mean?
It makes a connection that's very special.
Yeah.
That's a lot of players or some players who go back to play for their nation who weren't born there, didn't play any football, junior football there, like me. You know, I missed out in a way, because there's a special feel or special connection with the fans that lots of my peers had, lots of the guys I played with that I don't have. I have it in a different way because I always wanted to.
Like when I see players playing in the Congolese league, and then when they come to Europe and do well, like we have a Chancel Bemba who playing for Marseille now in France, but he's done well. He was at Newcastle.
Good defender.
Porto.
I like
yeah,
it,
very good. And I feel that he's sort of the blueprint for players out there. You know, that do well there. They always think we can end up like him.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it does give you that. Was it daunting? Was it scary when you moved from Abidjan to Europe?
Yeah, in the beginning, because I miss my, you know what I mean, the food, the family, the friends, you know, the
food
friends.
as well. You put food before family.
No, of course. That's so important. You imagine that.
Yeah.
No, because
it's a big change.
because you too don't get it. Because at that age, when you live it aside, because I lived in Ivory Coast when I was 16, nearly 17, you know what I mean? And the really important things for me was training hard, but how to fit myself better, to get energy again, go back. And that's why I quit food first. Because proper African, we know, in Africa, we like 9 or 8 or 10. It's something maybe, if I don't realize it, but Gabi, I know you
Believe
test
me,
that.
I do. Trust me, I do.
Yeah,
Listen,
because you 10 and the family.
With Westerhoff, with that group of players, when we were training, when we were, you know, leading up to, you know, the AFCON 94 and the World Cup around that period, there was always a time in training camps, especially before the World Cup, where the players would be complaining, we're eating all this pasta, eating rice and eating potatoes, and I say we want some African food. So in the end, one or two of the boys with Keshi, Stephen Keshi, went to see Westhoff, said, "Let's, you know, we need our own chef. You know, we need to bring in a chef." Westhoff, no, you guys, too much heavy food. You know, all this fufu and yam, and so they said, no. He said, so Stephen said to him, "Coach, trust me, if the boys have their own food, not every day, you know, just every now and again, they'll train harder." As soon as Westhoff heard train harder, he said, because he was quite smart, he said, okay. The boys are happier.
Yeah,
the boys are happier.
you know, that's the thing.
You know, they
You know what I
control what they eat, but they're happier. And then we obviously going to the World Cup. We had, you know, from the Nigerian embassy, they send, you know, food around. We go to Romania to play a game. You know, the embassy would invite us all, and we walks into the room. There's a massive plate of all the traditional food, and the boys loved it. It it brings everybody.
It does, yeah.
It brings
Yeah,
that joy.
it does.
So all those things are
It
important
really,
for your
really work.
mentality.
And for me, was that feeling that leave home and be by my own and always have to eat a steak Senyan with pasta or potato, mashed potato. I would say, Jesus, what is that? So for 1 year, I would struggle. And after that second year, I start to realize, because it was one magnificent woman who, when I arrived, because I was 16, she just tried to take care of me, because the club put her like a nanny, close nanny, Her name was Ellen. She's from Belgium as well. She's in Beveren and that. She was making my food, clean my clothes. Like a nanny, someone close to me, understand the country, understand the language as well, can go buy food for me, do some supermarket for me, everything like that. She was brilliant, but to be honest, she was taking me like a kid, because I was like close to 17, and she was like, yeah, what do you want to eat? I said, no potato, I want rice. She said, well, you cannot eat rice. Later on, they bring some African as well, but the mess, the food, the surrounding, the friendship, because when I was there in the beginning, I was alone. Was maybe some Nigerian, some other guys close to me, but it was no same. You know what I mean? No same way repair. The thing where I always used to have it, or the habit to have it when I was there, it was different. And that age as well is quite, vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
so
quite
did
tough.
You take time to adjust?
Yeah, and later years after that, I was bringing some more coming with me from the same country, and it was much better.